There's been one of the areas where there have been quantitative measures of quality and rankings has been on return on investment. So the idea here is that if we look at what happens to students after they graduate, in terms of whether they get jobs and what their wages are particularly, and compare that to how much it costs to complete the degree that they got, that ratio will give us some sense of quality. I think theoretically that is an interesting idea, and certainly labor market outcomes are an important piece of quality for students themselves. The challenges in the early days of these data are not insignificant. One of the challenges is, students the year after they graduate, if they have career and technical degrees, if you're studying welding, for instance, or nursing, the chances are that right after college you're going into welding or nursing. And so the return on that degree appear immediately. When you're studying the liberal arts, if you study philosophy or psychology or history, very few history majors are historians. Many of them go to graduate school. Many of the most successful history majors go to graduate school. And so the question, what happens there is that the return on investment may not appear until 5 or 10 years after graduation. And so one way that we need these return on investment metrics to mature is we need to look not just at short-term labor market outcomes, short-term employment and earnings right after students graduate, but we need to look longer term. It's just one of the many challenges we have right now with the metrics that exist. My sense is that we are going to do a better and better job. We certainly are supportive of that being one of the important measures of student outcomes. We think coupled with learning, completion, and equitable outcomes can be very powerful for colleges themselves to understand how well they're doing. That's the audience we care most about, so that they can improve how they operate and make sure that students are getting a really high-quality education and a continuously improving education generation upon generation on those campuses.